Hi, I'm Don. We start with a dumb comment at my Facebook page. The old guy said, "Speed paint, what a joke. The whole point of the exercise is accuracy, relaxation, and creativity. Speed painting is for children." Well, if you're aiming for accuracy, that is not relaxing, dumb nuts. Seriously, no worries guys, I'm so used to people like this since I'm a blogger since 2009. So I just find people like this very amusing. So anyways, the dude gave me a great idea for a thumbnail. First off, happy Thanksgiving to everyone, and I'll take this opportunity to give you 7 reasons why I love the Army Painter Speedpaints. Also watch until the end of the video during our tip time because I have 2 reasons basically I have 2 problems with Army Painter Speedpaints. Hi, I'm Don. Welcome to my studio. This channel is supported by all these awesome brands. And of course, this channel won't be possible without the support of my patrons. If you're a first-time viewer of my channel, I hope you don't get confused because I'll be talking about different things. Like today, I'll be talking about the 7 reasons why I love speed paints. But at the same time, I'm showing you an actual painting of a miniature. Well, basically, the main reason for this is that unlike the really big channels, I'm too shy to talk to the camera 70% of the video. The first reason why I love speed paints is that Army Painter is true to their word. The speed paints are like a true one-coat solution. I think this one is pretty obvious since you could paint really fast and you could have your miniature ready for gaming at a really speedy way of painting. Second reason is that I feel I do have the complete set of the other brands. And I do feel that speed paints has better saturation and definitely produces better contrast. It's basically automatic, just paint on the speed paints and let the paints do its thing, let it air dry for a while, but after maybe 10 minutes, you could use the hair dryer since it has done its work and has went to the recesses and created contrast and let the raised areas have subtle highlights. Third reason is that speed paints kills procrastination for me. Well, it's not obvious because this is my 12th video, 12th, is that the right word? 12th video in 1 month, and that's not procrastination for most people, but I do procrastinate once in a while, and speed paint kinda killed that because I could just get a miniature primed with white primer and then paint away. Fourth reason is that I really like how the speed paints flow on the miniature. It just flows and flows and flows. You don't even need to add the medium so that you have a really nice flow to your paints. It just flows. It's super nice. I really recommend you try speed paints. Now, the fifth reason why I really love speed paints is that the color selection is super great. It's perfect even. I love all the colors. I think it's 90. I'm not really sure. I have the complete set of SPEEDPaint 2.0 and the mega set, I think. And I also have the starter set. I have mega set and starter set of 1.0. So I really love these paints. I also have a separate set of the metallics. And they just have the perfect selection of colors. The lighter colors and the mid-tones really pop, and the darker colors give you a very nice contrast. The sixth reason why I love speed paints is that the speed paints work so well with my Merlin's medium. So you all know I love my cuttlefish colors, although a few people tell me that it kinda hinders my growth because cuttlefish colors are not famous, quote unquote, but I love my cuttlefish colors. And the Merlin's medium I also love. It's my fab medium and it works so well with speed paints. So it was a super nice surprise when I tried my Merlin's Medium on Speedpaints. The main difference with Merlin's Medium and Speedpaint Medium is that the Speedpaint Medium is more transparent. So you see the results super fast because the mediums are transparent. With Merlin's Medium, it's white-ish or white, and you have to wait a little bit for it to dry so that you really see the final effect. It made me curious. I haven't really tried using Speedpaint Medium with my cuttlefish colors, but there's no reason for that because I have more Merlin's Medium. Apparently, while doing this voiceover, I realized I have more than 7 reasons why I love my Army Painter Speedpaints. Anyways, tied to like my 6th reason why I love Army Painter Speedpaints is that because they work well with cuttlefish colors, the Speedpaints actually complements my cuttlefish colors in general. So I really enjoy my whole painting process these days for the past month, wherein I use the Speedpaints as my base colors, let it dry, give it a quick matte varnish, and then do layering and glaze layering with my cuttlefish colors. And then after my cuttlefish colors layering and glazing and glaze layering, I then do some glazes with my speed paints. So I really enjoy this process so far. I think I'll experiment a bit with a bit more zenithal, meaning I should have a duller finish or more contrast, I guess, because the darker areas, the undersides will be black primer, but I'll do that for specific models that I want to look grimdark, or I'm pretty sure it will end up as grim pop. Now, if you ask me if I rank Citadel contrast paints and then Express colors and speed paints, okay. Tied at number 1? No. At number 1 would be the Army Painter Speedpaints. Second would be Citadel contrast paints. And of course, least would be... Oh, before the Express colors, I would rank inks, regardless of the brand, before Express colors. Don't get me wrong, I mean, all of these paints work. Contrast paints are really good. Express colors are like, more saturated washes. But all of these are really good together, if you ask me. But I do prefer my speed paints. Although I must say, like what I said in my other videos or my other video about paint types, and even paint methods or processes is just a matter of personal preference. Now, the final reason, like the 7th reason why I love the Army Painter Speedpaints is basically, I think, pertains to Army Painter in general. I'm really happy I tried these paints. I really admire like the innovation behind the product. Like you all know, if you're the same age as me, like a couple of decades ago or even longer, if you're older than me, we only had like Tamiya and all those. Like we even had Vallejo model colors. To be honest, the model colors back then, not now, but back then was only good for dry brushing. And then Tamiya, if you don't use the reducer and it will take you a while to figure out that you need the reducer, you'll end up with a sandy finish if you airbrush those paints. So I really love the innovation behind the speed paints. I really like how they develop these paints, and they even like immediately created a 2.0 because most people are like not used to the reactivation. Not many people would like to paint like that, but of course, since I paint with oils, it's nothing new. Reactivation is actually like, it's magic for me. It's like you're using water-based paints, but it reactivates, so it's kind of like painting with oil. So I like the 1.0 and I also like the 2.0. So I really love the innovation, and actually I really enjoy the competition between all these paint brands. Like they continue to develop their product and they continue to like evolve as a brand and give us really good stuff. To be honest, like another paint brand told me that they'll give me a batch of samples of paints and I will test those soon, and I'm pretty sure they will be like great paints too. But the point is that this competition in between the brands kind of pushes them to really improve their product, and the main beneficiaries is like all of us. So, like many of you, I think, I'm really excited for the Warpaints Fanatic. So, comment below if you're also excited. Now, here is a bonus part of the video. That's like the fairy dust work. Oh, of course it does. I'm not new to this like fairy dust stuff because Cuttlefish Colors has a platinum white metallic paint and I really love it. This one also works the same way, although it's a little bit more silvery and it's super nice to paint as highlights. It is but natural to use this fairy dust as your final little like super small highlights for your metallics, but you could see here I'm also painting it on the lamp. It kind of gave it a really nice glow, especially with proper lighting, and because this is a big miniature, it's super nice on the display cabinet because it kind of shimmers because of the lighting of the cabinet. So not surprisingly, the fairy dust work as my final highlights even on the lamp part, and of course the sides of the lamp wherein the light would be most intense. So I really enjoyed using fairy dust. So if you could get your hands on it, it's super nice. It's a really cool trick to add a bit of shimmer to your final result. Now, this one is actually our own miniature. It's available at our My Mini factory. Now, before I reveal, a ton of thanks to all my patrons, because without my patrons, this channel won't be possible. Now, let's talk about my two petty problems with Army Painter Speedpaints or Army Painter in general. The mantra of Army Painter, like paint fast so that you could play more, doesn't really apply to me because I don't really play as much. I'm more of a painter than a gamer. But I could paint fast like the base colors, and I have more time to really refine the highlighting and the shades. Now, my really main problem with Army Painter, and this will be true, like super true once the War Game Fanatic comes out, is that these people make painting too easy. Now, you ask why this is a problem. Well, this is a major problem because painting is too easy, and you could see me like paint the miniature super fast with Army Painter as my base coats, and then apply like do layering with my Cuttlefish, and then final shades with speed paints. The whole painting process is super easy. How can I grow my Patreon page? Now, I have to think of ways to make the painting more complicated or more complex and definitely hard to follow so that more people will get impressed even though I'm using speed paints and hopefully will become patrons. So, seriously, I just want to thank myself for trying out Army Painter Speedpaints. It has made my whole painting process faster, and I think that's obvious because I released like 12 videos in 1 month, and that's, I think, super fast. So expect more and more painting videos, although I have to write 3 articles for a couple of magazine and a book, so I might slow down a little bit in terms of content creation or video creation. But with Army Painter Speedpaints, I think slowing down means a couple of videos a week, and that's still kind of fast. That's it, Pansit. I hope you liked the video and watch these other videos.